Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play The Witcher 2. When we left off last time, we decided to investigate the secrets of Loch Muin, and we met up with our scholars underneath the tower, and found our gal Cynthia, the Nilfgaardian betrayer sorceress. And the more and more I think about it, the more I can't even hate her. I really don't. Nilfgaard is really bad to their sorceresses. Enough so that she's afraid of them. She's going to do whatever they say. They said, go betray Philippa Eilhart, spy on her, and, so she did. And I think she really would die rather than have to go back and face them. And I can't really hold that against her. I can't. That's just how her fortune fell. She was born in Nilfgaard. She's a Nilfgaardian mage. They run her life. Ideally, if we could, help her break out of that, great, but I don't think she's in any position where she's feeling like she could at this point. She's feeling like they firmly have her in hand. We did just see that they killed a seer for trying to, that was the whole... It was an interesting thing in the book. Asir was occasionally a POV character in the books. You just get little snippets from her. You mostly follow Geralt, but sometimes you get bits of other people too, and she was one of them. And she was a very interesting character, and a lot of it was that, there was a bit of envy that the Nilfgaardian sorceresses had for all the Northling sorceresses, because the sorceresses in the North, they don't give a crap about anybody. They just do whatever the heck they want. Not so the sorceresses in Nilfgaard at all. And so... Philippa decided she was going to have this lodge, and asked us, she wanted some Nilfgaardian input in that as well. Contacted Asir, and Asir was kind of like, well, I don't know how much we can trust these Northling sorceresses, but, this seems like so much better than what we have to deal with as is. Maybe this is some hope for Nilfgaardian sorceresses, and she decided to cautiously jump aboard. So, I just can't hate Cynthia, and I know that that's not information that Geralt has, and he doesn't know that. He doesn't know how the Nilfgaardians treat their sorceresses, and he possibly doesn't care. But... I've been playing this without knowledge that Geralt has, He's forgotten how much Yennefer means to him. I absolutely ship Geralt and Yen. Not just because Triss is kind of a scumbag, because I could have him and I could play it so that he'd, try to not show interest in anybody. But I know that book Geralt very specifically, deliberately chose Yennefer, and I don't think it's just because of the wish he made to the genie. That's an interesting idea, that their fates are tied, and so it keeps drawing them together. But there's more to it than that. There's bits you read in the book where there's things about her. Most telling to me, there's a story... I know we're taking a long time just sitting here while we talk about things, and my potions are running out, but whatever. There's a story in one of the books where he meets up with Essie Davin. And she's got, an instant attraction to him. There's a thing going on, and, they share this passionate kiss, and he's thinking to himself, he feels it. It's a time when things are kind of off again with Yen, and he's feeling like, I could just stay with her. I could stay with this woman, and she'd be a good woman, and things would be sweet. I could do that. But he doesn't want to. He wants what he has with Yen instead. In his mind's eye, he's comparing what he thinks he would have with Essie to what he has had with Yen. One of the big things to him was the bit of triumph, talking about basically sex. He's saying that with Essie it would be sweet, but with Yen there's a bit of triumph she feels at the end when she's successfully brought him to climax or whatever. She's got this sort of secretive smile, like she did something. And to me that speaks to the connection that they have. Yennefer was originally the ugly outcast hunchback. Sorcery has made her into something beautiful, but that's the case with a lot of the sorceresses, that they've come through a lot of nastiness to be able to be the epitomes of beauty that they are. They had rough childhoods. They were the outcast ones. She made it past that, and he feels a lot of that too. The whole, he went through the whole Witcher training regime that killed a whole lot of the kids that he grew up with, right? He was one of the few to make it. So they both had these really nasty childhoods with these tribulations that they've overcome, and I think that's a big connection that they feel to each other, this sort of sense that they triumphed over these things, and anything they accomplish now is continuing to be a triumph. There's a real connection there. So, even though this Geralt we're playing now is amnesic, I am going to do everything I can for him to end up with Yennefer, because that's what he picked. And even though this Geralt doesn't know how Nilfgaard treats its mages, I don't think I'm going to do anything bad to Cynthia, because I do know. And I have sympathy for her. So, let's get back to killing these Endrigas. Oh, I needed to really ear it in here. Focus on her a minute. Alright, here's the chance. Come on over. Oh, she's... You know what? If she's happy being busy there, we'll just hang out here. Hit that. Or I think we can just kill her. There we go.
I'm impressed.
I've kept mine in the bargain. I hope you'll keep yours.
Be sure of it.
Actually, my plan, Cynthia, is I want to figure out what it is Nilfgaard is looking for down here. And then I'm going to take it. You don't get to bring it back to Nilfgaard. And I imagine this is going to be a bit problematic. I did just say that I plan to... I don't hate her and I don't really want to kill her, but if it ends up being a killing fight when we find whatever she's looking for, I may well kill her then just to ensure that Nilfgaard doesn't get what they want here. Nilfgaard's the big bad. Okay, this is where I came in, right? Dang it. I just ran right through that poison, but whatever. Okay. Probably Quen in case I get mixed up in something that I shouldn't. There we go. Alright, map, what do you have for me? Yeah, this is an area well, it says I've been pretty much everywhere already here, huh? That's where we need to go? I didn't go in this room yet. Come here, I want to look around.
Damn it.
Hi, guys. Oh boy, this was a bad room to go in. Goodness. Let's maybe retreat just a little bit. Does anyone want to follow me out here? Yeah, that's fine. I should leave well enough alone, but I'm not gonna. Oh, that one's so close to dead. Come on. Swoop! To the door, to the door! Okay. And all my potions wore off. That's okay. Being foolhardy. Alright. I just really wanted to finish that guy. Now here's the next one.
I'm too old for this.
No. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't want to go back here. There wasn't anything worth it. I had to pay attention to what I'm doing. Since I'm here, though, let's get these orans. Alright, potions. Wear off. And then I really should just follow everybody else, but I can wait a minute. It'll be fine. Alright, potion time. Now then.
Damn monsters.
Okay. Okay. Scoop. I'm stuck. Now then, what do these treasure chests contain? Sting. Wait, like Bilbo's sword? Except it's a throwing knife? Trogger armor fragment and claws. Yeah, take all that stuff. 5 orens. Woohoo! Okay, let's there we go. What did I just... Oh, it's... Well... Yeah, it's crap I don't want. The rest of the team is like, what are you waiting for? Come on, Geralt. Quit fighting every random monster you come across. We got things to do. Oh, what do we got going on here, guys? Invalid, eh? Let's have a look at that. A silver sword. Bleeding, damage to insectoids and necrophages. I think we'll stick with mine. But we can hold on to it for now. Sell it at any rate.
I fought the undead! I can't wait to see Professor Levenstein's face when he hears it.
It's such an exciting adventure, huh?
Ha! We defeated them, Witcher! We did it!
I don't know, I kind of like these 2 scholars.
Ever noticed how monster entrails differ completely from
That was the
human
easy
intestines?
part. It can only get more difficult ahead.
Yeah. Oop, here we go.
I'm no rat to run around sewers. What we're looking for, anyway? Some graves, I heard.
Graves? So maybe there is something in this for us.
Ugh.
Shut your traps. Want the sergeant to hear? We've been deep shite.
Grave
But that's a
robbers.
good idea.
We've got company.
Redanian bastards.
Ugh. Just what we needed, right, guys? Okay. Where's this path go? Nowhere. Just some Brionia. Alrighty. I almost thought I saw something shining, but...
The entrance must be somewhere here.
If our experts are to be trusted.
Dearhenna dabbled in illusions, among other things.
Alright, so
He
mess
also
around.
experimented heavily with golems.
Yeah, we saw one of them.
Golems with the power of speech, supposedly. They knew nothing of poetry, but...
Will you two shut up?
Yes, it's an illusion. I found a weak spot. Stand back. Later and Lorn. Lisa and Lorn.
Ever noticed how
Later,
monster
dear.
entrails differ completely from human?
That's the spot, eh? Okay.
It's reacting to my...
At times I'm caught. You can get my kind of feat. Though I have no needles, they say I am piercing. What am I?
Cold.
Careful with the answer. It could be a trap.
Typical of Dearhenna. He was a genius with a penchant for mischievous jokes. Like a child.
So, a couple of adults, purported experts, should have no problem solving this.
Indeed, it's trivial. The answer is pain.
You idiot.
Incorrect.
I did. Now I feel bad. I didn't want you should have talked to me first, buddy.
Impossible!
What was the wrong answer?
So many years
Oh.
of research together.
That's.
Why did we ever embark on this?
I mean, that is really sad. That's gotta suck. You're a scholar. You finally find the place you've been searching for, and then your buddy who's been with you at this all along dies.
Imagine the books, the potions. My poor
We
friend.
must go on.
Let's get this over with quickly.
Pain. How do you catch pain? Ugh, buddy. Alright, I will come back, but first, what's over here? Well, hang on. What is over here? Oh, it doesn't look, it looks like it dead ends. Because if this all connects over to, wherever Philip is being held. Oh, there's a book down here. Oh, because there's a dead guy. I didn't notice him in the dark at first. Maybe he was looking for Dearhenna's lab as well. Another dead guy. And where's this going? Back to where we came in, right? Okay. Yeah, I think I got my bearings now. And then this should be a dead end on the other side of them, but let's make sure. Yep, okay. Alright, well if it's only this one riddle, I'm prepared for it, so.
I'm seen to fly.
What?
Described as hard. I can be your currency and heal all wounds, but not many things can stand my test.
Time? Time.
Time.
Correct.
It's going rather well so far.
Someone just burned to death. Yeah, not for everybody. I wouldn't call losing one of our team of only 5 going well. Jerk.
Too bad about Gaspar.
I cannot hope to finish the research alone.
One buffoon less.
Ooh, what a jerk. Well, I didn't see you coming up with any answers to riddles.
Someone's been here recently.
Hmm.
Oh well.
Oh.
Petitions here. Kill them.
Crap. Okay, well. Here we go. Alright, let Cynthia do the brunt of it. Oh, Cynthia, you were dealing with just a couple at a time and it was going fine. Why you gotta teleport somewhere weird? That's a nifty picture on the wall. We'll take a moment later and look a little closer at it all. Okay, I want to get around behind some of you guys. There we go. Make some backstab damage. Okay. Is that all of them? Nope, not quite.
Plot thickens.
They must have descended straight from their quarter.
Let a Nordling.
Another guardian.
Alright, well, it can wait a minute. There's all kinds of glowy things here. So, legendary treasures.
Later, Elorn. Lisa Elorn, later, dear!
Just hang on a second. Alright, let's see what she's doing.
It's reacting to my spell.
Okay, we'll talk to it in a minute. First. So, what did we just find here? Legendary treasures. Among the acknowledged treasures of the last century, 3 have gained exceptional fame. First is the Amber Chamber, which Dearhenna, Tamaman's father, took as a spoil when he defeated Medell of Temeria. This breathtaking masterpiece, a chamber's decor made entirely from amber. Oh, like the Amber Room, was sadly lost in the storm of war. Either buried or destroyed, all traces of it had disappeared. I really enjoy that. The Amber Room is a really cool story. Is it called the Amber Room or is it called officially like something else? Anyhow, a masterpiece, lost in war, maybe buried, maybe it was destroyed. I watched like one of those History Channel specials about it and it was pretty cool. I like that kind of thing. The second treasure belonged to the dragon Octvist of Quartz Mountain, known also as the Crystal Mountain or the Mountain of the Burning Sands. A group led by Yarp and Zigrin killed the beast and took the treasure, which included sapphires singular in hue and diamonds as large as cherries. Said gems then sent the jewelry market into disarray. That's kind of... But wait, if this is a really old book, like Dearhenna's long dead, right? Well, when did Dearhenna die? We're not sure. Because we're here in his laboratory and he's got a book that mentions Yarpen. How long do dwarves live? The third legendary treasure in this century is shrouded in mystery, for both its composition and the details of how and where it was found remained secret. One thing is certain, it included ancient artifacts of untold power. Well, how do you know it's the legendary... If you don't even know what it is. One of the items exploded, claiming the lives of 3 of the 5 mages studying it. The world at large might have heard more about the discovery on this occasion, but not long after the tragic accident, a veil of silence once more descended on the matter. Okay. Oh, this is a really cool painting. Look at that. If he does illusions, maybe this is actually some kind of passage somewhere else. It doesn't look like we can interact with it, though. I know, there's a lot of glowy things in the middle. We're going to look around the edges first at all the lovely paintings. Astrological charts. Oh, Mankib safe. Tisa, Misa, Cad Posterior, Cad Prior. None of these mean anything to me, but it's a quest item, so I'm sure it will end up being very important. This one's pretty cool. Alright, this is where we came in. Yes. Alright, and that'll be the way out. Okay, what do we have here? Astrological curios. A long time ago, the princes of Bremerwood angered the powers of the depths, perhaps even the gods themselves. A sea dragon began to prowl the coastal waters, killing fishermen and pearl hunters. Poverty and hunger threatened the principality, so the ruler decided to appease the sea by sacrificing a maiden, for in those dark times that was the very manner for dealing with economic crises. Luckily for the young woman, a witcher was in the area. Strolling along a beach, he noticed a serpentine beast emerging from the water toward the lass, who was chained to a seaside rock in a less than decent pose. The witcher killed the dragon, freed the woman, and, as the chroniclers tell us, plowed her with her consent on the aforementioned rock. We can see a reflection of these events in the summer sky on condition that our silver lady does not show her face. There is the fearful lass looking west towards the dragon, slithering ever closer, and beyond this the witcher sneaking up on the beast from behind. And the gnomes of Mahakam and Tyr. In the north, gnomes are widely known to inhabit Mahakam, where they coexist in full harmony with dwarves without any of the discord that usually arises when 2 races settle a single area. Both the gnomes and dwarves, the mountainous region make a living. I think it's meant to both the gnomes and dwarves of the mountainous region make a living by mining and processing the untold mineral riches found there. Yet the mountains, hills, and vales of Mahakam are not home to the largest gnomish population. That honor belongs to Tir, where the diminutive creatures produce the legendary weapons that are then exported both north and south. The famous Gwyhirs, probably saying that wrong, forged according to gnomish technology, are reputed to be the best blades in the world. Though less known than the swords themselves, the blast furnaces and steam hammers which the gnomes and dwarves use to smelt metal and work alloys deserve the same admiration. Few know that Tir became a leading exporter of beautiful opals after an earthquake revealed thick seams of the precious mineral. This is very familiar. I'm feeling like there was a story about that. There was something about opals in the books, but I don't remember for sure. Gnomes are unrivaled masters of the jeweler's craft, and Mount Anur, the slope of which collapsed to reveal the deposits, this is definitely a story and I don't remember the details, is now called Treasure Mountain, as the opal is mined directly from one of its faces. Okay, ore with that I don't care about, and this is timber I don't care about, right? Well, before we go deeper in, I do want to step back right quick and see if we can climb those ropes or if we have to just leave them be. That's it? Okay. And what's over here then? A dead end. And some more Galagaskins we don't need. That's just adding weight to my inventory, but as long as I don't become over-encumbered along the way, I'll keep them and sell them. We gotta make up those 200 orens that I spent on the bearded lady. Okay.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. 3 guides above them, so 3 were marked. At night they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady shining and fine. If only her visage she would deign to unfold. By day they followed a mountain vault, its riches untold.
Did I hear someone complain about the riddles being too easy?
Let's think this through. There are 9 alcoves, a fresco in each. That's 3 groups of 3 frescoes.
The riddle mentions 3 guides above the travelers. We must examine the frescoes, seek answers there.
I'll advise you about the riddle, but I will not take part in disarming the device. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Okay. I should look at the frescoes. I don't know, I'm feeling like this is the story. We've got the lady and the drake. The Witcher is the one that it didn't mention, right? Let's try it.
What do you think of the first verse?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
I believe it's the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons as winged, and as an accomplished alchemist, Dearhenna would also be a competent astrologer.
Yeah, those go hand in hand.
Must refer to the constellation.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process of alchemical transformation. The verse seems to indicate the allegory illustrating that transformation.
Alright, let's hear it again.
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
The first verse was, "At night they trailed a drake serpentine."
Okay. So shoot, it's nothing to do with that Witcher story that I read at all. At night they trailed a dark serpentine. Well, if it's at night, it does make sense that they would follow the constellation. Let's just hit it.
It should be the dragon constellation.
I shall take that one.
Alright.
What do you think of the second verse?
To my mind, it speaks of the white rose, symbol of the order of the flaming rose. You see, the fresco itself resembles a coat of arms, and in heraldry, silver is rendered as white. So the silver lady and white rose are one and the same.
I think it describes the full moon. In alchemy, the moon represents both silver as a metal and the feminine element.
The order remains largely unknown in the south, so the white rose seems unlikely. Every Nilfgaardian, on the other hand, has heard of the Imperial Nausicaa Brigade, which has the Death's Head as its symbol. The brigade's name is female, and they say death follows the unit. So the Silver Lady could very well be Nausicaa or the Death's Head.
But it's the moon, because they talk about if she's going to show her face, right?
Can someone remind me how the line was worded?
As I recall, the second verse was, a silver lady shining and fine, if only her visage she would deign to unfold.
Yeah, it's the moon. And also, you don't need to take that tone with me, buddy. As I recall, listen, I'm going to make sure that I get it right, because the last guy who got our riddle wrong was burned to death in front of our eyes. So, you know, forgive me if I want to be a little bit thorough. Okay, it's the moon.
I think it's the full moon.
Allow me.
Third verse.
What do you say to the third verse?
It describes the precipice, the ravine amidst mountains. An ancient rule in alchemy states, as above, so below. The vault is the ravine into which the riches of the mountain flow.
We must read the third line literally. To me, it suggests the Mahakam Mountains and its mines, from which dwarves and gnomes extract many ores that are invaluable to alchemists. Those mountains are a vault in and of themselves.
The verse is not literal. In many legends, towers are in fact vaults, which the hero must penetrate in order to rescue an imprisoned princess or find a long-concealed magic item. The mountain vault is the tower.
Alright, give me the verse again.
Can someone remind...
The third fragment mentioned a mountain vault containing untold riches which guided the travellers by day.
Okay, it guided them by day, so it seems... I'm kind of feeling the tower, right? Because then, I mean, you could see a ravine, but if it's their guide by day, then I would think something tall. I don't know. I might be wrong here. Tower.
The verse describes the tower, I'm sure. I'll stand next to that fresco.
Something tall that they can see and head to. Okay, let's try it.
Let's see if we can solve this. Take your places.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
Alright. So... let's see if we're right. So they're standing where they need to be, and then I gotta stand in the last place, which we said was the tower.
We must try another combination.
Very well. Well, at least we didn't just straight out die. Also, I'm not too worried about these guys. Man, I love that these things are weak to ice art. Alright, let's go again.
I expected a greater challenge. Thus far, we've had but riddles fit for beer enthusiasts.
Too bad about Gaspar.
A group of travelers wandering through the dark. At night, they trailed a drake serpentine and a silver lady.
Alright, so let's do it again. I'm still feeling like the first is the dragon,
I shall take...
and I feel like the second was right with the moon. And so the third, let's go the ravine.
It's got... I'll stand. Let's take your...
Count me out.
As you will.
Alright. Ravine is... here we go. Alright, team. No? Fine.
We must try another combination. I expected a greater...
A group of...
Okay. Well, I mean, he was an alchemist, right? So maybe we should go with all the alchemy ones.
Everything seems to suggest the alchemy.
I shall take...
Alright. He said the moon was an alchemical thing, and then the final alchemical thing was going to be the ravine again.
I'll stand.
Let's give it a shot.
Let's see if we can solve it. Take your place.
Count me out. I want to live.
As you will.
I mean, she's taking on the risk here, too. these gargoyles attacking and stuff, or this could have killed us if we were wrong like the first thing, and she's willing to try it, so I don't know. You might be alright, Cynthia. You might be alright. Man, I was feeling so good about like the first riddle. Pretty easy, no problem. This one I'm kind of sucking at. Okay. I don't want to look at the frescoes because they're just gonna tell us the things. So, first. Analyze it again.
What do you think?
I would say it describes a serpentine dragon swallowing its own tail, which represents infinity and thus time. The hourglass likewise symbolizes time. In this case, the time of the traveler's journey.
That doesn't make sense because they're
believe
following
it's
it.
the dragon constellation. It would be visible at night. What's more, sources on alchemy invariably portray dragons.
In alchemy, the winged serpentine dragon represents prime matter, an essential component in the process
And
of
they can't really
alchemical
follow that either. If they're
transformation.
following it, it's gotta be the constellation. It's a thing they're following.
Can someone...
The first
At
verse
night they
was-
trailed a drake serpentine. So if they're trailing it, yeah, it's gotta be the constellation.
It should...
I shall take...
Now, next verse.
Can some...
As
Silver
I
Lady
recall,
shining and
the
fine.
second verse.
It's gotta be the moon. Because sometimes you don't see it, and sometimes you do. So if only she would deign to shine... Yeah, it's gotta be.
Allow.
So, this is... I think we have to try the mine entrance. Let's try.
The mine...
Okay.
Let's see. Take your places.
Count me out.
As you.
Intruder detected.
Ooh. No! Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, both of my researcher buddies. Sorry, guys. That's rough. Oh, well. That's a thing.
Our expedition has grown thin. Such a shame. Actually found those two amusing.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Of course, my lady.
I don't know, more and more. Like, I'm with her on that. That guy was being a jerk. It sucks that our companions died. I would rather nobody died as we do this. No, there was totally a golem. Ken, are you the talking golem? Hello?
A golem. So Dearhenna's legend is true.
It is no more than an obedient machine created to follow orders and kill. Not unlike our witcher.
Dude, you're kind of the worst.
So I guess we should get along famously.
Hugh, what do you know about golems?
I'm a witcher, a lot.
Into them in every forest, but any good bestiary describes golems at length, and I've read more than my share of those.
Geralt, I'm not questioning your knowledge, but I should be the one to...
Actually, you are questioning my knowledge. Listen, I know what I'm doing.
Don't you sorcerer-splain
I'll try
me.
to get it to reveal the word that'll deactivate it, or I'll just mess with its head. Break the code.
So now we've got a burglar in our midst. Be my guest. Try.
My intentions are good.
Guys, I'm a freaking witcher. I'm the expert here.
Know, however, that this may change.
This is also not your standard golem.
Dearhenna must have been pretty lonely if he gave you eloquence.
Yeah.
The Master made me a guardian. Nothing less, nothing more. And you, provided you stand there, are a guest.
So, I would not say this is going nowhere. We haven't even started. But, this guy, oh, it's just a simple construct, blah, blah, blah. No, haven't you been paying attention, buddy, right along about how Dearhenna was very specifically trying to make the golem something more? You know, this could be a bit of a success, so stop underestimating it. And, Cynthia, you don't get to take the lead because you work for Nilfgaard. So, let's see here. You are a masterpiece, but first off...
Did your creator give you a name?
Yeah.
I'm called obedience and unyielding persistence. I am a guardian and the humblest of servants.
Alright.
The golem's name is the word that gave it life, and that can take it away. You must have a name.
Yeah, but why would he tell it to
I
us?
own nothing. Everything belongs to my master. How could I divulge the name if I exist solely to protect my creator's property?
Alright. So.
Do you remember your creator?
Of course. I was summoned into being by Master Dearhenna. I abide by his will, by his power, by the necessity encased in my stone bowl.
Like something physically there?
Dearhenna is dead.
His word, which animates me, lives on, as does his legacy, which I protect. Empires will rise and fall, rivers will shift their courses, but I will remain obedient to one master on my eternal watch.
Alright. I really want to say this, but let's try some other things first.
Dearhenna must have been an exceptional man. Can you tell me about him?
I guard everything that belonged to the master, including his privacy, which he valued highly.
Aw, bummer.
I can tell you nothing.
You would be an excellent source of information, but okay.
Can I ask you for the name word which brought you to life and which can deactivate you?
Do that, and I shall consider you an intruder.
Alright, we will not do that then.
You're not an automaton. You're self-aware, and you think. You can make decisions.
Can't hex a golem.
You're wrong. I am eloquent, and can discern between guests and intruders. I can also deal with the latter. But everything I say and do is limited by my restrictive program.
Alright.
By the way, as an automaton, I am immune to all charms. Stop the intruders.
No, wait! Oh, shoot! Oh, I didn't want to fight him! I wanted to keep talking. Oh my god, there's a bunch of them. Oh! Okay, don't panic, don't panic. I'm totally panicking. Let's stop panicking. It's gonna be okay. With this many, I don't think that, Unyielding is gonna work, because I think I need to keep Quen up. And I don't have any potions or anything. Okay. I have a suspicion I'm gonna die here. Okay. Yeah, I just need to get behind. Okay, back up. Okay. Well, we got one of them, which is more than I would have thought. All right. I would much rather have not killed it. It was a pretty magnificent thing. But I guess if this is how it's gotta be, then... Oh, I still have my Quen up. I didn't realize. I thought that wore off. Alright. I feel kind of bad about that. It's really not the way I wanted to do it.
Let's have a look.
Okay, before she grabs anything.
A great success for Nilfgaard, this mission.
Maybe you'll get that promotion.
Wait. Stop. Whatever you're thinking about grabbing, I want it. Golem trophy. Armor plus 10. But vitality not nearly as much up. I think we'll stay with what we've got. Okay. Galagaskins, you're out of here. Dearhenna's notes. I will have those.
Dearhenna's notes about the city's history. Dearhenna describes finding an important document about the Vrans.
Can you feel that?
My medallion's vibrating.
Another masking illusion. I'll try to disperse it.
She's making me so nervous running around like she's gonna find all the good stuff. And I don't want her to get it. I need to get that before she messes with it. Don't touch it.
What is it?
You've done your job. You'll be paid and...
Paid like the scholars were? They died once they were no longer useful.
They were never useful, but Cynthia insisted. Fortunately, they were so kind as to remove themselves without my help.
You were gonna kill him.
I'm not about to be that kind.
Adelbert, you know what you're to look for.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a prototype megascope. I didn't know it had survived.
What's it do?
The artifact detects an emotional bond with a person. Its user need only focus on that person and the device will establish a connection.
We can find Yen with that.
Tool for a spy.
Yes.
Time you fulfilled your end of the bargain. What do you know about my past?
You were a rider of the Wild Hunt. I read the reports.
Don't the Nilfgaardians have anything better to do than write reports about witchers?
You're a pretty special
About
witcher,
witches.
Geralt.
About you. You are the sole person to have been a member of the host and survived.
So you rode with them?
Anything else? Any detail you can give me would be useful.
Don't trust Letho.
No?
You think I trust the people I hunt?
He's your foe today, but he wasn't always.
Yeah, so why... What do you know about him and why shouldn't I trust him?
How do you know I knew Letho?
I've read...
The reports, I know. Why are you warning me about him?
Because I like you.
But you probably told Philippa similar things. I don't know that I can trust you.
Is there anything to prove I was part of the Wild Hunt?
Nothing. Apart from the fact that Nilfgaardian intelligence agents are drawn and quartered for lying in their reports.
An enlightened nation indeed.
You haven't the faintest notion how many people are interested in you. Very important people.
Just because I survived?
You're a former rider of the hunt, and you live. You may be the key to solving the mystery of the retinue, and they all know that. You must watch out for yourself.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Let's say you've satisfied my curiosity.
But I can't let you leave with this thing.
Well then, consider me glad to have satisfied a witcher, whatever the way.
Oh, were you hoping for something else? I do want to try the artifact. I think most important, though, I can't let Nilfgaard have it. I'm sorry, can't.
You fulfilled your end of the bargain.
As have you.
Take your coin and leave.
No.
I'll take the coin and the artifact.
That is not what we agreed.
I don't care.
Because I didn't know you'd find anything this interesting.
And now you know too much. Don't force me to deal with this my way.
Dude,
Calm
don't
down,
force me.
both of you. Everyone has received their due.
I can't let Nilfgaard have that.
As I see it, Nilfgaard feels its due more and more.
Yeah.
So our mutant is also a patriot.
Back away.
If I have to fight you guys, I will.
There's a string of choices. And you have just chosen suicide.
Alright, if this is how it's gotta shake out, this is the way it goes. Oop, I did not want Iriden. I wanted Quen. Oh man! Okay, well this seems like a pretty good time to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back in next time. We're gonna meet again before the golems. Or the golem when it's just the one. And I want to talk to it, and I want to see if we can make our way past it just through talking to it. I really don't want to have to kill it if we can avoid it, because it is a pretty special, one-of-a-kind thing. It's still going to shake out this way with Cynthia. I don't hate her, I don't, and I don't want to kill her at this point. But I'm not letting Nilfgaard have that. So, alright. This seems like it's going to be a tough fight. I'll need to make sure to take my potions before I get into it.